Sup guys, I just hit the record button and the sun's out now, so I'm gonna have to work with this. Well, that's too dark. What a weird situation. Damn, I need a ring light for this thing. Anyways, we'll stick with this for now and we'll see what happens later on. Well, welcome back to Hotfix, your daily dose of gaming news. Jesus Christ, this light is ridiculous. Anyways, we have news to get to. So my name is Max. Yesterday was April 26th, 2017, and let's get right into it. So as I'm sure you heard yesterday, the reveal trailer for Call of Duty World War II went live. The game is being developed by Sledgehammer Games, and as I'm sure you could tell from the title, it harkens back to a World War II era, much like World at War did in a lot of the earlier Call of Duty games. This may or may not have something to do with the success that DICE and EA saw with Battlefield 1 going back to World War I. Now, I think it was Bobby Kotick has come out and said that the reason they're going back to World War II is not because of Battlefield 1 and that these plans were actually there beforehand, but I doubt that's the case. Anyways, the game is supposed to take place during the Allied invasion of Europe in 1944 and 1945, so towards the end of the war, and it follows a rookie private in the US Army. There's also a cooperative mode planned, and of course, multiplayer. Now this is weird, and I'm actually gonna quote this. This is a Polygon article. Multiplayer modes include objective-based team contests that are all about taking ground. A social space called Headquarters will also be included. So does that mean this is gonna be like an MMO or something? I don't understand that. Will this have like MMO multiplayer where people can gather in the social spaces and then go out to battle together? Is it supposed to be like Destiny maybe? It's interesting, but I love World War II games, so maybe this will be the Call of Duty I jump back in on. The one that I left off on was actually Black Ops 1. That was the last one I enjoyed. I played Modern Warfare 3, I was like, this is not for me, and I just fell off after that. It's also important to note that Nazi zombies will be back, as you would probably expect, so that's something I'm excited to get back in on. God, Nazi zombies made up so much of my early gaming experience, and now I haven't done it in years. I miss that shit. The Nintendo Switch is back in stock at GameStop, but don't expect it to be there for long, judging by how the rest of the launch of the system has gone. It's not available for online sale, it's only available in stores, and this is really because Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is coming out on Friday, so it's important that retailers have the system to get the game with. And a GameStop executive is saying that supplies will not last even through the weekend, so you better jump on that shit quick if you want one. Not only did we get some Call of Duty news yesterday, we also got some Halo 6 news. I'm gonna fucking murder the sun. You know, in all my time recording this show, I've never really had to deal with the sun like this badly. Anyways, like I was saying, we got some Halo 6 news. It turns out that in Halo 6, there will not be multiple playable characters. There will only be the Master Chief, a lot like beforehand. A quote from franchise director Frank O'Connor: "Doubling down on Master Chief's story and the amount of focus on him was probably the easiest learning from Halo 5. Yeah, you know, telling a coherent story is also a great idea. Maybe not misleading us like crazy on your marketing. Not to say I don't enjoy the game. I love Halo 5, the multiplayer that is. The story was fun to play, but it didn't make a lick of sense, guys. I am excited to see where they take the series after that legendary ending though. I don't want to spoil it in case you still haven't beaten it. Don't forget that all future Halo games will also have split screen again, which is great. You know something interesting? I actually had a dream last night that I was trying to play Halo 5 with some friends, and this is the first time I had to interact with dealing with that screen splitting bullshit. And we couldn't do it. This is literally my dream last night. It was awful. You know, it's weird because Halo 4, I guess, was always seen as kind of the black sheep of the series, but maybe Halo 5 will be seen as that. Because Halo 4 got the story right, but kind of screwed up the multiplayer, but Halo 5 fucked up the story, but then again, got the multiplayer so right. It's my favorite multiplayer since Halo 3, and Halo 3 is the game I lived and breathed. It is my all-time favorite game, and it probably always will be. The fact that Halo 5 is even able to come close to that is a big plus in my book. May's PlayStation Plus games were announced, and they're pretty dope. The first two games for PlayStation 4 users will actually be Abzu and Tales from the Borderlands. Tales from the Borderlands is incredible, guys. Even if you don't like Borderlands or Telltale games that much, it is hilarious, it is well written, the characters are so well developed. I don't understand how they struck gold with this, but this is definitely their best series without question. So definitely check that out if you haven't already. I can't say that I've played Abzu yet, but I own it on Steam and I have a lot of friends that really enjoy the game. From what I know, it's a very peaceful game. As for the Vita titles, people will be getting Out of Bounds Games' Laser Disco Defenders, which is a bullet hell shooter, and Ex Nilo's Typewriter. It's a platformer that takes everyone through the history of typography. That's actually interesting. I'm in a typography class this quarter. Maybe I should check that game out. PlayStation 4 players will also be able to get those two games via the cross-buy system. And then PlayStation 3 users will get Blood Knights and Port Royal 3 Pirates and Merchants. These games will be available on Tuesday, May 2nd. I guess Hot Wheels is making a comeback, because first they partnered with Rocket League and now they're partnering with Forza Horizon 3. On May 9th, there's going to be a Hot Wheels expansion coming to the game, which will include quite a few cars, as well as actually some of the tracks that you may remember playing on from back when you were younger. You know, the crazy orange tracks with like loops and corkscrews and all that shit. Yeah, you get to play on them in the game. The expansion will be coming with 9 cars and it will be $19.99 US. I feel like they're taking a tip from GTA 5 here with all of the ridiculous tracks you'll see people building like way in the sky and doing those ridiculous stunts. This seems to be Forza Horizon's take on that sort of thing, which is pretty cool. This looks to me like it might be one of those expansions that's actually worth the price. And then lastly for today's news, Atlas actually is apologizing and revising their streaming policies for Persona 5 that they introduced a few weeks ago. The thing is, they're apologizing for it, however, they're just making it so players can stream a bit longer, but then limiting them later on. So I don't think they're really sorry. I think they're just acting like they're sorry because they feel it's time to push that boundary because enough players have actually gotten through the game. I hate this corporate bullshit, guys. Anyways, now you can stream or post all the way up to the in-game date of November 19th, which is right before the game's final act. If you stream past that, you're likely to get some copyright strikes just like last time. I don't know, also last time everyone bitched about this and kind of just went and streamed anyways, so that'll probably just happen this time around. Anyways, folks, that's about it for yesterday's news. I want to apologize for the sun. This is fucking ridiculous. I'm sure you've noticed me constantly adjusting the ISO and the white balance during this. I hope that it didn't distract you too much and that you were still able to get the news in a timely fashion. Anyways, I'll be seeing you guys tomorrow. This is Max signing off.